Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I built this luxurious garden bed. I thought it was going to turn out a little bit differently than this, so that's why I filmed this video, but you know what? I'm just going to post it anyway because I have all the footage, so why not? But I wanted a raised garden bed this year instead of tilling one in the ground because I could never decide where I want something tilled in my yard. There's just never a good enough spot. So I decided this year I'm just gonna make my own raised beds because buying them new is really expensive. So I had this big pallet that was left here by my boarders, and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna try to make this into a raised bed. So as you can see, I have some 4x4 posts that I'm putting on each corner of it. This was kind of difficult, but I'm going to be using the pallet as the bottom of my garden bed. So I'm putting a 4x4 in each corner to be my my supports, basically. And then I had a bunch of these little 1x4 boards laying around. So I'm going to be using these for the sides. So my long ones ended up being just the right length. So I started at the bottom with those. And then on my short sides, I did have to cut them. But basically, I'm just going to work my way up using these 1x4 boards. Now, these boards are not treated. So like this isn't going to last forever. It'll hopefully last me 2 or 3 seasons. But I can always go back and replace them with treated boards if they don't hold up. So I finished the short sides, but I actually ended up not having enough boards to go all the way up the long sides. I didn't have enough boards that were long enough. So I decided to add some middle supports. You can see the 4x4s there that I added. And I'm using my 1x4s to basically frame in the sides. And I'm just going to be using sheet metal to make the sides. So I'm using these to kind of create support across the middle because I don't want the dirt. Once I fill this with dirt, I don't want it to just push out on the sheet metal and make it really bulgy and stuff. So this will give me more support to screw the sides to, so it's a little bit more strong and secure. So this was the sheet metal I had laying around. I had some extra from putting together my sheds and stuff. So I just went ahead and screwed this all to the supports all the way across. And, you know, don't go light on the screws because like this stuff needs to hold on there. When you get a bunch of dirt and then it rains and it gets all packed down, it's really going to push on the walls of this thing. So don't go cheap on the screws. Like, screw the heck out of that thing and get it really secured on there. Okay, I also needed some flooring because the dirt would just all go straight through the slots in this pallet, right? So I had some old sheet, what do you call it? Plywood, sheets of plywood laying around that I decided to drill some holes in for drainage, and I'm going to be laying this across the bottom. Now, like I said earlier, this isn't treated, so this isn't gonna last forever. We will just see how long it lasts. And that's going to be like most of the floor of this thing. So I went ahead and put the plywood in there, and then I used just some blocks and some pieces of the scrap wood from the sides to fill in any big gaps. And here you can see that I added some boards across the middle as well through those middle supports to strengthen the sides as well, so that the dirt doesn't push out on the walls so much. And these will kind of keep it from the walls falling outward. So now I'm just going to fill it with a bunch of compost, a bunch of sticks, and brush basically from around my yard. I want the bottom to be mainly like compost, manure, lawn clippings, leaves, anything you have like laying around your yard, or you can buy bagged compost too. But that's going to help keep nutrients within the dirt. So I filled a bunch of it with compost, and then I actually had some dirt, like a dirt pile that I wanted to get rid of out of one of my horse pens. So I shoveled it out, wheelbarrow at a time, and filled the garden bed with dirt. You could use bag dirt for this. I just didn't want to spend $500 on bags of dirt from Menards or Lowe's or wherever. So I just used dirt from around the farm. But this was a lot of work. So if you don't want to do this and you just want to go with bag dirt, totally understand. Okay, I went ahead and used my containers from last year and put all of the potting mix and soil left in those in my little garden bed. And then I put one of them in the big one too, just on the top for some nicer looking topsoil. All right, guys, we got a mixture of some plants and some seeds. So I got a 4-pack of broccoli. This is cauliflower. We have big beef tomatoes, and then I just got a 1-pack of some sun sugar cherry type tomatoes because, like, I really like the yellow ones. I would have gotten a red one too, but I couldn't find one. Watermelon, another watermelon, because I like to try them both. And this is basil. So for seeds, I got a bunch of stuff. Cantaloupe, pumpkins, zucchinis, and 2 types of lettuce. Okay, so I don't know if all of this is gonna go in these 2 beds, but we'll give it a try. And I can always get some dirt for my containers too if I need to. But yeah, these are a little too high right here. So I may, if I'm feeling ambitious sometime, come by and like with my tin snips and cut the tin a little bit shorter. But I kind of ran out of dirt, like dirt that I could take from somewhere. And I really need to get this stuff in the ground because it's like May something today. So we're just gonna go ahead and plant it. There's plenty of dirt here and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this video. You can see I put some grass clippings in here the other day to help keep the weeds at bay. But yeah, there's the garden bed. It's functional. It's not super Pinteresty, but you know what? This is real life. This isn't Pinterest, okay? The stuff we see on Pinterest these days and Instagram and, you know, everywhere else, it's just not always realistic for those of us in the mid-class. So this is my garden bed. It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow vegetables and it's gonna do just fine. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Happy gardening season, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.